Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Muzz Lightyear. Today, we're going to be talking about how to tell if a Bitcoin crash is coming, or has a Bitcoin crash actually happened? In this video, I'm going to give you 4 different ways to tell. And the reason you're probably asking about a Bitcoin crash is you either want to know, should I buy it now, or will I be able to buy it at a cheaper price in the future? Now, will you ever be able to predict what Bitcoin's going to do? No. Can anyone? No. But is it possible to tell if a crash is coming or has happened? Well, there are things you can do to increase your likelihood of knowing. So I'm going to give you 4 ways, all right? Because looking at this chart, this is the weekly chart of Bitcoin. This isn't going to give you a lot of information. You can try different indicators. For example, I got Bollinger Bands on here, but nothing is guaranteed. One thing you can use is to use the Fear and Greed Index. Now, this is something available on the CNN website. Now, one of the things to look out for is the sentiment in traditional financial markets. Because as much as we hear the narrative that Bitcoin is a hedge for inflation or a hedge for traditional currencies and securities, unfortunately, this hasn't been true. Okay, when something happens in the real world that's bad, the crypto world is affected too. Now, you might be thinking that, well, I don't really know how traditional markets work. I don't know what it means about CPI numbers or inflation percentages or the price of crude oil. Good thing is that you don't have to know. The easiest way to get a pulse on the traditional market sentiment is to use the Fear and Greed Index. Now, if we click here, it'll tell you a little bit about what the Fear and Greed Index is. Okay, how it's calculated, just on a very high level, very simple terms. And then you can see it's made up of different things. And it'll let you know, based on those things, where we're at. Are we in greed? Are we in fear? And then each section explains a little bit about it. This is pretty cool. And as you can see, a lot of things are in fear, extreme fear, lots of different things. So you can see, okay, this is where we're at now, extreme fear. Markets have been pretty beaten up. And then it also gives you an indication of like how we've been doing, and then you can judge it on different timelines as well. There we go. So you can zoom out a little bit more to see how it is. But this is one great way, because oftentimes when you're at extreme fear, that means the market's already priced that in, it's already reacted. It might be a good time to buy. Now, the second thing is the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. All right. So there is an equivalent that's been made for crypto. Now, I'm going to put all these links in the description for you, but this is very similar in that it takes the market sentiment of what's happening in the crypto market. And again, there's a little bit of explanation about what it does and how to use it. And you can see when there's extreme fear, this could be a buying opportunity. When investors are greedy, the market's due for a correction. So you can see we're at around 20 here, which is extreme fear. Have been at extreme fear for some time. And over the past year, you can see, okay, when it was around November last year, we were hitting all-time highs. It was around 80. So that would have been very greedy. Okay, 75, 80, 84. So it would have been a very high number, probably would have been extreme greed. And now you can see where we've been languishing for some time. We've been languishing at extreme fear. No surprises, that correlates with the traditional markets. Okay? So that's the second thing you can do. The third thing you can do is use a little known tool, something I'm going to share with you, called the MVRV Z-score. Okay? You don't have to know what that means, okay? But this is the equation for it. It's on the lookintobitcoin.com website. And this uses information based on what Bitcoin's doing, what the market cap is, and also, let's see if it gives a little bit more information. Here we go. So it basically explains what the metric is and how it works and how it calculates it. And then it gives you different colors based on like different market cycles. So the pink box, for example, is the top of the cycle. The green is the bottom. So I wonder, is this accurate? I don't know. We can see. I mean, it goes all the way back to 2012. But let's use CoinMarketCap. and go to Bitcoin, and we go to all, we can go as far back as 2013. So for now, let's start from here since we can't go back this far. We can see around January 2015, maybe to about August 2015, October, it was in the green section, telling us that this was a buying opportunity. So let's go check it out. We're in 2015. All right, so let's go around here, move this in around here, zoom out a little bit. Okay, January 2015, all the way to around October 2015. This was a low in the market. Interesting. Okay, maybe we could use that information. The price then was around $225. Before it peaked around 1,000. After that, it goes up above 1,000 again, even higher. All right, so it worked on that occasion. What about this time here? All right, December 2018. Let's check it out. Move this to here, move this to here. Okay, where is December 2018? What do you know? December 2018, there was a lull in the market. Goes on until about March. And again, all-time highs before. I think it hit up to 19,000 at one point. Goes back up again. That correlates well. Lo and behold, what do you see? We are at the green box again. This green box does not happen very often, folks, okay? 2012, all right? 2015, 3 years later. 2018, 3 years later. 2018, 2019. 2022, 3 years later. This would indicate that this is another buying opportunity for Bitcoin, okay? Because we don't hit this green box very often. And if we zoom out, we can see that this is where we're at. Not pretty compared to where we previously were at, okay? So this is the third indication that actually maybe the crash has already happened. But how about we use another indication? The more indicators we have that correlate with each other, the higher probability we can have of being correct. And for that, I'm going to go to Crypto Stackers, one of my favorite tools. Link for it will be in the description. So what this tells us is the price of Bitcoin, okay? And then if I click this button, it'll add what's called easy bands, all right? And it basically tells me if it's at the red, pretty heated up, time to sell. If it's at the green, pretty low down, time to buy. And if I click on this button, it'll give me like the mid-range, all right? Now we can see that December 2018, where we looked at before, that was a buying point. Unfortunately, this only goes back to 2017, but that's okay. Here, COVID happened. First time we hear about it, March 2020, hits the green band. Buying time. And then more recently, around here, June, it just kissed it. And now it's hovering around here. It could go down lower, okay? So you can see the green bands here, 15,000, around 11,000. Will it go down that low again? I don't know. But what I do know is that we're already around the green band, according to this score. We're already at extreme fear, okay? And have been for some time. And the traditional markets are already at extreme fear as well. So these four indications lead me to believe that we're probably already within the crash right now. Could it go lower? Yes, things could always go lower. There's no way of knowing. But you can do things to at least increase the probability of knowing what might be a good time to buy, okay? And using these four indications, it looks like now might be a good time to buy. But if you're not sure, then the best thing you can do is just dollar cost average in, all right? Don't put all your eggs in all in one go. Maybe just say to yourself, okay, this is a set amount that I want to put into Bitcoin based on my net worth or how much cash I have available, how much money I'm comfortable putting in. And I think that I'd like to spread it out over the next, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, and put in a little bit, once a week, once a month. You figure out what works best for you. Because it seems like we are in a buying opportunity stage and it can always go down more. So we don't want to take advantage of that. But also, we don't want to lose out on this opportunity. Because we're in the green band here. Yeah, we're at extreme fear in the crypto markets. Yeah, we're at extreme fear in the traditional markets. okay, we hovered around the green actually. So we've hit all the indicators that we wanted. So maybe the Bitcoin crash is here. And the good thing about these indicators is that you can use this again in the future, okay? To tell if a Bitcoin crash is imminent or if we're already in a crash. So I hope that's helpful. I'll put the links in the description for you. If you think it was helpful, please give the video a like. It helps out to share this message with more people. And if you want to receive more information like this, increase your investing knowledge, then subscribe to the channel. I'll be posting many more. Thank you all for your time. I'll catch you in the next video.